What if I told you the future of computing isn't silicon? That the chips powering tomorrow's AI, quantum tech, and supercomputers won't even use electricity. But before we get there, we need to talk about the machine that's keeping Silicon Valley alive, and why it's sparking a global war. EUV, extreme ultraviolet lithography, is the $200 million miracle machine printing the world's tiniest chips. Born from a 30-year quest, EUV uses light 14 times thinner than a human hair to carve circuits smaller than viruses. But how did we get here? In the 1980s, deep UV lithography hit its limits. By 1997, ASML, Intel, and U.S. labs began EUV R&D. And in 2017, TSMC launched the first commercial EUV chip at 7 nanometers. Without EUV, your iPhone would be a brick. AI? A pipe dream. EUV's 13.5 nanometer wavelength lets us cram 50 billion transistors onto a chip, keeping Moore's law alive. But building this machine? It's harder than rocketing to Mars. Let's crack open this $200 million monster. First, a laser blasts molten tin droplets 50,000 times per second to create plasma. Then, mirrors smoother than Earth's surface, if Earth were a marble, reflect the light. Finally, a robot arm moves the wafer with atomic precision. One speck of dust, catastrophe. EUV isn't just tech, it's a weapon. The U.S. banned ASML from selling EUV to China, fearing military use. China's response? We'll build our own. But can they? SMIC, China's chip champ, is stuck using outdated DUV for 7 nanometer chips, at 3 times the cost. 90% of advanced chips are made in Taiwan, TSMC, or Korea, Samsung. Sanctions forced China to innovate, or collapse. SMIC hacked DUV machines to print 7 nanometer chips like Huawei's Mate 60, but it's a messy, expensive workaround. Meanwhile, China's throwing $100 billion at homegrown tech. Will it work? Or is this a $100 billion gamble? SMIC isn't alone. Japan's Canon promises nanoimprint lithography, cheaper but unproven. Yet ASML's real threat? The U.S. CHIPS Act luring TSMC to Arizona. The message? Keep EUV in friendly hands. China's betting big on post-silicon tech. Graphene chips that are 100 times faster. Photonic computing with light-speed data. They're pouring billions into labs. Because whoever cracks the next-gen material wins the 21st century. Imagine chips that don't overheat. Light-speed data. 3-dimensional stacked glass circuits. These aren't sci-fi, they're being built now. But until then, EUV remains the kingmaker. If you made it this far, you're obsessed with the future. Smash that subscribe button. Every click helps us expose the tech wars they don't want you to see. Ring the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. USA versus China. Who wins? Share this with someone who loves tech or fears it.